Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to this session organized by the School of Humanities and Social Science. My name is Corinne Yu, and I'm the program director of our Global China Studies program. And I have here with me Professor Jin Hong, the program director of our Quantitative Analysis, Social Analysis program with me. And then Gordon and Amber will be joining us in the later part of this session. Okay, so what we're going to do is to tell you more about our school, SHSS, our UG programs, the admission requirements, and our dual degree program with Waseda University, and also our co-curricular activities. Okay, and then towards the end of this session, we will have Gordon and Amber sharing with you their experience with us. Okay, about our school, SHSS. According to the recent HKUST World University rankings, in Asia, we rank #2 in citations per paper in social science among Asian universities, 28th in the areas of arts and humanities, 8th in social science and management. And in the world, we rank 33rd in social science and management. Okay, there are two academic divisions in our school, Division of Humanities and Social Science. And each division offers courses, a variety of courses in different areas. In the Division of Humanities, we offer courses in anthropology, art and music, history, linguistics, literature, philosophy, and religion. Social science offers courses in demography, economics, political science, psychology, sociology, and quantitative history. We have 2 major programs and 4 minor programs. The 2 major programs are Global China Studies, GCS, and Quantitative Social Analysis, QSA. And from next year onward, for those of you who are particularly interested in digital media and creative art, you can decide to join this new Major Plus program. Whether you are in the GCS or the QSA program, you can have this digital media and creative art part tagged onto your major program. We offer 4 minor programs in social science, humanities, China studies, and psychological and behavioral science. Okay, so let me tell you more about our Global China Studies program. Different from other China studies or Chinese studies program, our program emphasizes not just the study of China, but also how China interact with the rest of the world, for instance, in areas like economics, culture, or language. And students can also choose one of the 2 study tracks in their second year. Our program also, besides discipline-specific knowledge, we also offer courses in methodology. And we also emphasize the language ability. So we have courses in English and Chinese to teach students how to use the language in the right context. So for instance, when you go to interview or when you are doing a presentation, how are you supposed to use the language? Okay, the two study tracks. For those of you who are interested in both humanities and social science, you could choose to stay in the integrated humanities and social science track. For those of you who have a special interest in social science, then you can choose the social science track. And then in each study track, you can further focus on one of the areas like economics or political science or even language. To graduate, you need to have 120 credits. And among these 120 credits, 30 of them come from the University Common Core. It means doesn't matter what program you are in or what school you are in, everyone has to take them. And then the second part comes from the courses that you are required to take for your major. And then you will have some free elective left over. About 1/4 of our students, they would choose to have a minor, for instance, a minor in business or psychological and behavioral science. And in the final year, you will choose to work on a specific topic, and then we will have a colleague, a faculty member who you would work closely with and guide you through the preparation and of the capstone project or the honors thesis. Okay, so I let Professor Hong to talk about the.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Yu. So QSA, Quantitative Social Analysis, is one of the youngest program in our university, and it also keeps up with the trend that has been global, that there is an increasing number of programs in major universities, very similar to quantitative social analysis that we have. So why did the HKUST build a new program called Quantitative Social Analysis? Because of the change in the world. So we are living in a world with where the enormous amount of data, increasingly large amount of data are available, and how to analyze and understand those data are becoming very critical across any industry sectors and also any jobs you might get in the future. So to be ahead of the trend, we build a very strong program only focusing on the ability of our students to be able to analyze, collect and analyze those data and interpret them. And also increasingly companies getting a job is increasingly difficult around the world, not just in Hong Kong, but also the companies has been increased the bar for entry-level jobs as well. And then one of it is the data analysis skill. So companies has been the people who successfully got a job increasingly having a very strong resume with a lot of computers science skills, programming skills, etc. So part of our focus is also keep up those demand from the society and the job market that our students be equipped with those skills. But at the same time, we also the program is targeting to train our students to be able to become a creative and powerful thinker, so they can be able to analyze the data not mechanically but with their own idea and also focus. Okay, so what do we teach and train the student is students, we target the students be able to find the data and be able to manage the data, regardless of the type of the data. So when you say data, you usually think about the numbers and statistical data. That definitely we teach, but at the same time, there are enormous amounts of text data. We often find from Twitter or Weibo, and companies, and also even researchers, governments are using those texture data as well. So that's also part of our data that we have in mind, the program has in mind. And students will be able to design and conduct their own analysis based on the focus of their interest or the client's interest or the company's interest. So that's, and then also visualize data, like how you can present the data the way that people can digest and understand the best. And then finally, the students will be able to interpret what this data means and then present it in the most effective way to the audience, whoever that audience will be. Okay, so those are the focus of the program. So how do we train you and the future student to be able to do that? There are three main components in our program. First is, as I emphasized, the data management and analysis skill. So this will require a lot of programming and then techniques that you're going to learn. So for instance, some students, most of the students are very comfortable with R by the time they graduate, which is the open source statistical program that anyone can download and use. More advanced students, if you want, we offer a lot of other more advanced computing programs related to data analysis, including Java, Python, Visual Basic, etc. But fundamentally, these are technical parts, but fundamentally to be able to conduct statistical analysis in a more scientific way, we also emphasize the foundational statistics and math education. So all students are required to take some courses in math and in computer science, and also in social science, some quantitative social science method programs. So that will be the second part of the training. And uniquely and also importantly, we also teach students social science theory and research methods. So this is probably a difference between our QSA program to other universities' data science program. Here, we want students to be more independent and independent thinking, independent thinker. It's basically not just mechanically analyze the data, but be able to design their research and also be able to locate their research in terms of our society and how the world has changed over the years. So for that, we believe these theoretical foundations are very important. So that's why we also provide intensive training in disciplines in social science, including sociology, political science, economics, psychology, etc. Okay. All right. So similar to GCS, you're gonna taking 120 credit from the required course list, and then also elective list. And then there are required courses for QSA. There are required courses from social science, mathematics, language, computer science, and also we have the same as GCS. We have Capstone Project. So Capstone Project is year 4 project where the students use all the courses, all the techniques they have learned for the past 3 years, and build their own research project for 1 semester. And then you will be matched with a faculty member that has the most similar research interest to your proposal, and will be advised throughout the project. And then you can choose electives from social science, substantive courses, or methodological courses across the schools in the university. Basically, if you find some specific analysis, like computational analysis or text analysis, network analysis, that you can continue to build on your methodological interest. Or if you're particularly interested in political science, which is my major, my teaching, or sociology, then you can continue you can explore other elective courses in that specific discipline. Okay, I think I already explained, Professor Yu already explained most of part of this. You also need to take the required number of credits from University Common Core, as in all the other majors in our university. You will also need to take QSA major required courses, especially QSA provide the sequence of method that build upon each other. So in math and statistics and computer science. So those sequences are very important to finish for you to be able to be a competent data analyst by the time you graduate. And you will have a variety of electives courses as well. Okay.
All right. So, thank you. So besides our 2 major programs and minor programs, we also collaborate with Waseda University in Tokyo in offering this 5-year dual degree program. So students will spend 3 years here at HKUST, and 2 years in the Waseda University. And by the time when you graduate, you will have 2 degrees, one from each of us. Okay, and we always believe that besides academic curriculum, we believe that co-curricular activities would enhance our students' learning experience. So for instance, exchange or internship. So let's talk about exchange and scholarship. Okay, so our university has its own exchange partners. But besides that, meaning that everyone in the HKUST can apply to, those to go there to, for exchange. But our school has our own school partners, and our school partners are found throughout the globe. Okay, in Europe, like the University of Copenhagen, in America, like University of California, in Asia, like University of Tokyo, in Eurasia, this is the research university in Russia. And in China, we have Peking University, Shanghai Jiaotong Daxue, okay? And we even have partners in Middle East, the University of Israel in Jerusalem. And we have scholarships and sponsorship. So for students who performed outstandingly in the academic, has outstanding academic performance, we have top-up scholarships. And we also have this SC Load sponsorship, sponsoring students to take part in different co-curricular activities. And what kind of jobs can our graduate land? This is the surveyed for the last cohort of the graduate, the 2020 cohort of graduates. And you can see from the chart there, last year, 41% of our students went on for further studies. And then the sector that most of our graduates land a job is the commerce and business sector, followed by the community and social services sector, education, government and related organizations, and also the engineering and industry sector. And then on the right-hand side, you can see the employers of our graduates. So you can see there are banks like Bank of China, HSBC, Goldman Sachs, and we also have a government position like the Monetary Authority, and we also have graduates who got a job from the NGO sector, like the International Social Service. And our graduates, they, quite a significant proportion of them have gone on for further studies. So you can see the graduate schools that our graduates are doing their graduate studies. So you can see from the list there are universities in the US like Columbia, Cornell University, New York University, Princeton University, and also universities in Europe like London School of Economics, University of Amsterdam, and University of Warwick. Okay, admission details or admission requirements. So for JUPAS applicants, you will have to sit on at least 6 subjects. And we will look at, and of the 6 subjects, 4 of them must be, the core subjects, English, Chinese, math, and liberal studies. And we also look at the DSE scores of 2 elective subjects, X1 or X2. For GCS, a JUPAS applicant would have to have the level 3 for English, Chinese, and the 2 elective subjects. And for QSA applicants, they would have to have level 3 for English, Chinese, math, and also the 2 elective subjects. Besides that, that is the minimum requirement, and we do give bonuses to some the bonus subjects. So for example, for GCS applicants, this DSE score for English and Chinese. For English, we multiply the DSE score by 2, and for Chinese by 1.5. And for QSA applicants, we multiply the scores of English and math by 2. And if one of your elective subjects happens to be M1 and M2, then the score would be multiplied by 1.5. For international applicants, in addition to the result of public exam and academic performance, we also look into a number of factors like non-academic achievements, your personal statement, referee's report, and also your interview performance. Okay, so here comes the sharing session of Amber and Gordon. So I just turn the floor to you.
So thank you very much for both you and Professor Hong. So I'm Gordon, a year 4 student majoring in GCS. And I'm now also minoring in psychological and behavioral science. So as most of you, like both of you, I was admitted through JUPAS, and I was I attended the DSE exam in 2018. So I would like to introduce my university life to you in different aspects. So the first aspect would be my academic aspect. So actually, how does it feel like studying at HKUST as well as HSS? So often I heard people saying that HKUST is a university of like very stress and like high tension. But I think studying in HKUST is very a good experience, and also studying at HKUST is a very good experience, because I would describe the major of GCS is a major with a combination of flexibility as well as complexity, and I can attend wide ranges of courses, including disciplines such as psychology, political science, which I have attended Professor Hong, a course from Professor Hong, and sociology, economics, languages, and also public policies. And if you are interested in this discipline, I think GCS is a very good major. It's a good choice for you because it's a major with flexibility and complexity. So as what Professor Yu have just mentioned, so there are two study track of social science track of GCS. So the first track would be social science track, and the second track would be integrated humanities and social science tracks. So as a person who are more into discipline of social science, so I've chosen the study track of social science track. So if you are more like into the aspects like history, art, you are more welcome to choose integrated humanities and social science track. So apart from having us to choose our own study track, so we can also choose our minor and major. We can also choose our own minor. So I'm also minoring in the undergraduate minor program in psychological and behavioral science, where I can have the chance to get the knowledge about psychology. And so I think it's a very interesting major program, minor program. And if you are interested in psychology and maybe you are going to become an HKUST student, so you're more welcome to admit into this minor program. So put aside those academic aspects, so I would like to also introduce the activities in HKUST. So how does it like to have fun and meeting new friends at HKUST? So I think for most of the secondary school students like you have some thoughts and some things that you would like to do in a university. I think for most of the secondary school students, being an executive member, the exco of societies, which in Cantonese, Sanjong, is one of the things that you want to do. So I was also become an executive member of whole societies when I was in year 1 and year 2. So it was a very good experience for me to experience university life as a freshman and to meet new friends and to having a very fun, having a very good university life and whole life. So apart from having my own choice of being a exco member, Sanjong, I'm also get a lot of opportunities from the HKUST. So actually the team leader of the event management team of HKUST Student Ambassador. So I get a lot of chances to hold events, to do sharing to secondary school students like what I'm doing now, and to promote HKUST and HKUST as a student ambassador. So like I was the MC of the annual dinner of the HKUST. So I really got a lot of chance from HKUST, and you are more than recommended to join the student ambassador team or get opportunities from HKUST if you enter our school and HKUST. So the last thing I would like to share with you is my internship experience. I think apart from the your learning in the classroom and the school curriculum, internship is a very important thing for you to do during your university studies, because it will equip new skills for you in the future employment. So I have attended and engaged in 3 internships. The first internship I done was in a local NGO, which is Teach for Hong Kong, as a program management intern, and I really get a lot of chances to know about what an NGO in Hong Kong was like. So the second internship I was engaged in was in the Hong Kong Jockey Club, and I got the chance to know what a major corporate in Hong Kong was like. And I worked in the mainland affairs team of the Hong Kong Jockey Club, and I could make use of the knowledge that I get from my major to contribute to the corporate, and I really had a good time there. So the third internship that I engaged in is in Deloitte, one of the big four financial firm, accounting firm in the world. And I can make use of my, so I worked as a corporate social responsibility intern, the CSR intern. So I could make use of my humanistic view that I got in the university to serve as an intern in this company. So I think internship is very important. So so that's all for my introduction for my university life, and I would like to pass the time to Amber, who is a QSA student, to share about her university experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Gordon. Hi, everyone. My name is Amber, and I'm currently a year 4 student majoring in quantitative social analysis and double major in computer science. Like Gordon, I would like to introduce my school life from the 3 perspectives: the academic, internship, and university lives. First, I would like to talk about my research experiences. The story started when I was browsing the QSA website before I was even admitted. I saw this one professor who is doing research on children's psychology, and I think, wow, it would be really good if I can do research with her. And luckily, I was admitted, and she came to talk about her research interest in our year 1's introductory course. So I reached out, and surprisingly, she agreed to let me join her research team and participate in the research. So I get the first taste of what research is like. And after that, I think, okay, why not explore different fields of social science? So I signed up for a Europe project, which is an undergraduate research opportunity program. And I was doing a research with a political scientist in SHSS, and I was also paid for doing this research. And apart from this, the QSA program also provide two practicum courses, and it's very flexible, and we can do research with faculties or just do internships to fulfill the requirement. So after doing so many research, I find that coding skills are really important for social science, and I decided to double major in computer science. And this is doable because the course requirement from the 2 majors are quite flexible, and I can take some courses and they can fulfill the requirements of both majors. So I don't need to overwork a lot for the 2nd major. And I think computer science and social science looking at the same thing very differently. So I was able to gain a different perspective when I was thinking about the problem. Also, the new skills learning computer science courses can be applied for the social analysis. And next, let's talk about internship. Although I have been focused mainly on my research, but when I decided to find an internship this summer, I got the support from both our school and the University Career Center. And then I was able to find a really interesting internship in an educational technology company. And I was able to apply my educational psychology knowledge into practice and also practice my coding skills. This is quite fun. And lastly, I would like to talk about my university life. Just like Golden, I was also an exco of the Chinese orchestra, and I was able to make a lot of friends from both local and non-local. And we also have different seminars and invite many famous writers to talk about their writing experience. And in UST, I also developed a new hobby of water sports. We have a water sports center on campus, and I signed up all all the water sports courses they provide, and they are all free. And I just need to go down my hall and go work to a seafront and then drive a boat. Also in my hall, we provide so many different activities. Like this is when we went to watch an opera, and this is when we are drawing a painting on the plate. So yes, that's my life in USD as a QSA student. In SHSS, we have a really warm and caring community, and we are looking forward to meet you here in the future. Thank you.
Okay, so now we come to our Q&A session.
So thank you, Professor Yu and also Professor Hong, as well as our students to have a overview on the programs and also the admission details and share their experiences in HKUST and also SHSS. So we do receive quite a lot of questions from the floor. If you do have any questions regarding the student life or also our programs, feel free to type in the Q&A boxes. So we'll receive them and also raise it up here and answer your questions live. So the first question is that someone asked about the international admission details, for example, for IB requirements. So actually, we do have a few requirements for international students. As you can see on the slide, these are the average scores for our admissions for both programs. So for the IB applicants, the average for previous years will be 36. If you're applying by the GCA level, so that will be 3A and also 3A stars. If you're via the SAT applications, so this is the average score for you to take reference on. And we also received one from the floor about, do you have any tips or any previous examples about the Capstone project that students had worked on? Would you mind to share a bit, both professors?
Yeah, as I'm in social science, division of social science, and I teach comparative politics to students over the past years. So most of the students I advise work on something related to politics, but not just in Hong Kong or China, but globally. So I have students who worked on political parties in Europe, populism around the world, and what's political leadership, all interesting topics about politics around the world.
What about for GCA students?
Well, recently I read a couple of the Capstone project, and some of them are related to, for instance, is specific ethnic group in the Quanzhou, the one of the outlying islands in Hong Kong. And there's another one who try to look at the issue of gender from the perspective of a French feminist. So what I'm trying to say is you can see from all these capstone projects, they don't necessarily focus on the local community or China, or they can apply some theories to look at different issues, whether the issues are related to China or not.
Thank you. So we do receive one question about whether we offer a psychology major. We are sorry that because we only offer two programs, which is Global China Studies and also Quantitative Social Analysis at the current stage. So if students are interested in psychology, just as Gordon said, they might take a minor program in psychological and behavioral science. And I guess Gordon has also shared his experiences about how does it look like when he's taking the psychology courses at his minor program as well. Of course, GCS and also QSS students could take psychological courses as their free electives as well. As mentioned by two professors during the introduction of the program overview, that students could choose their courses at their interest while fulfilling the program requirements. So they have a high flexibility to choose their interesting courses to take, and also how to develop their study plan as well. So some of them also ask about the research opportunities. So I guess this will be a better position for Amber to answer that. How do you initiate with professor to get the research opportunities, and any tips for them you would like to share when they have the chance to do the research projects?
Okay, so I think the most important tip is to be brave. Like, you can just write an email to the professor that you're interested in, and I think all the professors I met are super nice, and they will always like have appointment with you, and we can talk, and then they will decide, oh, okay, what can you do for her and for her or him, and then yeah, that's how I find my research opportunities. And yeah, I haven't been rejected at all, and I think all the professors are happy and to have someone to help with their research project. And yeah, in addition to like directly reaching out, we can also apply for the UROP, Europe project. And yes, that's also another way of getting to know what opportunities the professors have. They will post all their research programs on that website, and you can find if you are interested or not, and then you can apply.
I see. So I hope Amber's experience could give you more imagination, and also more details about how students gain their research opportunities from SHSS and also from the university as well. So we also have questions about any qualities for the interviewees who are applying for both programs. So, well, I guess this is about from the JUPAS application. If that's the case, would Gordon mind to share your experience? How was your interview when you're applying for the GCS program?
I think you have to be well prepared about the major for both major, for example, like GCS and QSA. And you have to prepare, for example, like self-introduction, and then to demonstrate to the interviewer who are the professors why you are interested in this program, and why you are exceptional, your exceptional abilities and your knowledges. And I think you have to be well prepared about the current issues in the world and the current affairs to persuade the professors and the interviewers that you are the suitable person. So yeah, that's from the student's perspective, and I'm not sure how does the professor think. Yeah, so do the professors have any additional comments to aid in the interview?
I guess professors would like to have students that have good qualities on critical thinking, and also they have a organized mind when they're presenting their ideas, because that is important for students in both GCS and QSA when they're doing their thesis and also their analysis. So you need to have a clear mind, and you're presentable on your ideas. So that is the main qualities that we are looking for both programs. And we also have some questions about if it is possible to share a few courses on both programs, especially on GCS, that they could have some idea what students are going to learn in the program. But Professor, you share?
So for all GCS majors, regardless of the study track that you select, you will have to take courses in the China history, world history, political science, sociology, and methodology courses. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, we emphasize the language skills. So on top of the English and Chinese proficiency, courses required by the University Common Core, our program also requires students to take more, language courses that are specially designed for our major students. So yeah.
So Professor Hong, would you like to share a bit as well?
Sure. For QSA, as I mentioned before, being able to analyze the data on your own is very critical ability that we make sure that all the graduates have. So on top of the substantive courses that Corinne just mentioned, we have the sequence of methodology, statistical courses, math courses that students must pass step by step. So that's a very important part of QSA program. And then on top of that, but all the data come from different discipline, can be interpreted differently. So you can choose other social science courses or even other schools courses on top of that.
So we also have a question about whether the two programs are broad-based program. So actually our school does not offer a school-based admission. It's only program-based. So if you are entering via any admission type, so you will enter to Global China Studies or Quantitative Social Analysis, unlike the other schools offering the school-based, that you will enter the school-based and then you will declare a major in your second year. SHSS does not offer such admission. So all students will be entered by a program. So once you enter the GCS or QSA program, you will be the program student. So you will not be declaring any major. But for GCS students, you will be declaring which track you are going to take for the your future studies starting from year 2. So that is the difference. And also I guess this is for the non-local students, they have concern whether it is necessary to have knowledge about Cantonese and Mandarin for taking classes at HKUST and SHSS. So I guess no, because most of the readings actually are in English, and we do have some non-local students taking Chinese literature classes. So actually they do feel fine, and they find it fun to take that class as well. So if you're a non-Cantonese speaker or non-Mandarin speaker, it's totally absolutely fine when you're taking classes from humanities and also social science. So we also have one question about the career opportunity for QSA graduates. So I guess we do have one graduate student graduate earlier, because actually this year is the first cohort for QSA program to have graduates. So we are still collecting the data, but from what we know, one of them went go to the Washington U. What kind of graduate?
St. Louis. He's
St. Louis.
Yes, he's in data science PhD students right now.
Yeah. So we also do have students working as research assistant in different universities, and we also have students entering financial sectors as well, like Morgan Stanley, to working as data analysis. So it's actually quite broad for our graduates to enter in different sectors. So it all depends on your career development and your will and interest, how you would like to develop your future. We also have one. Do you want to take mainland China student on school-based admission? As I mentioned earlier, for all admission type, we do not offer school-based admission. So all students will be entering via program-based admission. So if you're mainland China's applicant, so you will enter via enter directly to QSA or GCS. So we don't have any school-based admission for both programs. Yeah. So we also have one about the dual degree program. When should they apply for the dual degree program? And are there any special requirements for them?
Second year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, students can decide to enroll in the dual degree program in their second year, and then they will just have to finish all the course requirements here in the third year, and then they will go to Waseda in Tokyo in their fourth year. And no, I don't think there is any prerequisite like you must speak or know Japanese. No.
So if you're interested on our dual degree program, collaborated with University of Waseda, so you might consider it and try to have a well-planned schedule of your study, because it's quite intensive from the experience shared by the previous students. So you need to have a clear mind and also well prepared for how you develop your studies in both regions. So we do still have a bit of time. We also received a question about double major. Apart from computer science, any other majors that QSA students can take for the double major choices? So would Professor Hong to also elaborate a bit, any preference that they can choose?
I think most students have taken computer science double major so far, because it's a lot of courses required by QSA include computer science courses. So as Amber mentioned, it's time-wise, energy-wise, it's not too difficult to double major in computer science. And our computer science department provide a large variety of program. It doesn't always be very programming based or like needs a lot of computer science skills. So I think so far it's been only 5 years, including this year. Most of students have majored with computer science that I've seen.
Yeah. We also do have some QSA students majoring in humanities and also China studies to have a comprehensive social science studies in SHSS. So if you're interested in psychology, you can also take psychological and behavioral science in minor. Oh,
as
sorry.
a minor.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Actually, we do both programs don't have any requirements on taking a specific major or minor. So if you're interested in business, you can also minor in business or take a major in business that offers by business school as well. So it depends on how you develop your studies throughout the 4 year at HKUST. We don't have any limitations for that, as long as you meet all the major requirements. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so we have one question about the final year project. I guess that refers to the Capstone Project and also the honor thesis. Do I need to do 2 in my year 4? No, they either take 1. So what are the differences between Capstone Project and also honor thesis for GCS program is that the Capstone Project only takes for 3 credits, so it will be completed in 1 semester. But if you wish to have a follow-up on that project, you can go for your honor thesis that will take up for 6 credits, and it will take up 2 academic semesters. So that is the differences between the 2 Capstone Project and also the honor thesis. While for the QSC students, they only have to do 1 Capstone Project at their final year. So of course, there are some prerequisites for them. They will need to complete the pro seminar before taking the Capstone Project so that they have clear mindset on how to develop and write their thesis before they start, and try to have a communication with the course instructor as well. So they are well structured before they start their capstone project with their supervisor. So I hope that explains well about the final year projects. And so I'd also like to do a little bit promotion before we end. Actually, we do have student ambassadors taking over our social media accounts. So we do have a Facebook page and also an Instagram account. Feel free to chat with them. They're taking over all the time and uploading some various kinds of posts. Currently, they're doing the mooncakes and also the Mid-Autumn Festival. So I'm still looking forward for the next weeks. We also have some videos about our programs and also the student life. Of course, we also have shared some research awards and also the opportunities that is from our SHSS scholars as well on our YouTube channel. So feel free to check out them. In case you could not, we could not answer your questions here today, so feel free to go back to our program booth. We also have students reps there to answer your inquiries, and our staff will stay there up to 8 p.m. today as well. So feel free to drop us a question over there. In case if we haven't answered your question, or you still have more to finance and to know more about our programs, feel free to drop us an email to our program emails. And we also have one on our Info Day platform as well. So we will answer you during the office hours and in the future. So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know. So I guess that would be all. And I will wrap the webinar here today. So thank you everyone for joining, and thank you all the speakers having shared their experiences in your life and also the program overview today. So we hope to see you in HKUST next year or in the future. So see you guys very soon in physical, and thank you for coming. See you.
Bye.
Bye.